WVWB, 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
This is the city. I work here. I carry a badge.
Up to Behind the Badge. I'm your host, Sandra Brandon, and we have we should do like a presentation or a ceremony. No, nothing like that. All right.
I'm just here.
Well, Brian Prentice has stepped down as my co-host, and so search for a new one, and now we have Sergeant Jimmy Brown.
That's
you're
me.
a regular on the show, so it's like old hat to you by now.
Yeah, and Lieutenant Prentice is going to be retiring soon, and he's kind of winding down some of his responsibilities, and when you can pawn something off on somebody else, that's what
do it right away,
sometimes.
right? Well, he was very gracious about it, and we definitely enjoyed his time on the air. I know everybody else did, and he will be missed.
Yes, lots of experience there.
Yeah, very much so. I think 40 plus years,
Yeah,
I think 45 or something like that.
And when he retires in June, it'll be 44 years, I believe.
Wow.
In law enforcement, government service. That's a long time to stay in this profession, especially.
It is a long time. And he started, or was it the very beginning of the reserve program? I don't know if he started it. Did he start it, or okay, he did start it?
Yeah, he was at the beginning of it.
That's an amazing program because we have up to 40 volunteers, basically, who pay for their own way through getting an education to become a reserve and pay for all their equipment. So that's amazing. And is he do you know if he's going to step into that role as a reserve, or
no,
is he done? He's done.
He's done.
He's done.
They're, if he even stays in the area, they might just move to Florida or something.
Of course, that's what everybody does.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, that'll be good for him. So tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been with the Sheriff's Office, so we can give everybody a formal introduction to Sergeant Jimmy Brown.
Well, for those that hadn't heard me, I've been with the Sheriff's Office for about 18 years now. I work in patrol. I'm a sergeant over traffic enforcement. I do a lot of administrative stuff also, but focus a lot on traffic stuff because, we have people getting killed out there on the roadways, and, we don't like that.
We're up to 17 in the county, I think?
18.
18 in the county.
16 or 7, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I think the total's 27 or 28 for the county-wide, including the cities. So
and that's 28 too many.
It is. I mean, and those are, at least 28 seats that are going to be empty at Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. And that, of course, affects a lot more because of the ripple effect. So I know do you like doing traffic? Because you've done more of the patrol side before, but now you are specifically the traffic enforcement sergeant. So is this where your passion is when it comes to law enforcement?
And it is, because, you can go out there, and, of course, that's the biggest complaint people call in about is about speeders.
Yes.
Until they're the ones stopped.
Yes, and then that's the biggest complaint.
And then they want to complain about getting stopped. But, if we had 27 homicides, people would be in an outrage.
Yes, they would be.
But as 27 people died in car crashes, okay. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as we've got 27 families that are dealing with the heartbreak and having to go through life without a family member that they loved.
So it's a personal mission for you.
It is.
That hit very close to home earlier this year, didn't it?
Yeah, about April 1st.
Yeah.
It's
I want to tell our listeners
afternoon.
what happened that day.
Well,
I'm sure they know, but in case they don't, tell them.
Well, I was working traffic, of course. I was out on the interstate and had a vehicle stopped for speeding. And next thing I know, I was flying through there. I'd been hit. And a car had ran into my patrol car. I was standing up at the driver's door of the car that I had stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Car somehow was driving on the shoulder, struck my patrol car, which hit the car I had stopped, which hit me and knocked me into the roadway. And when I look up, I realize I'm laying in the road, in the lane of traffic. I start to set up because I'm thinking, I got to get out of here. And I saw traffic was stopped and all, so I just laid there and waited for everybody else to get there.
And it happened in a second.
Right.
Didn't even know.
I barely heard a little bit of noise, and normally you think in your mind that don't sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I made it to that, and that was as far as I made it.
Oh wow!
But the Lord kept me here, and so I'm here to do my job and whatever I got to do to help saved lives.
Well, good. I'm glad you're here by the grace of God, because that's definitely a miracle. Because that incident, accident was because he was traveling at a high rate of speed. So it's amazing that fortunately nobody died in that incident.
Correct.
I know people were injured, but fortunately nobody passed away. So we're very grateful, and we're grateful to have you as our traffic enforcement sergeant.
Well,
and
thank you.
Also be the host of the show now, co-host for us. So
we'll have a good time here.
We have a great guest today. Have you been on the show with me before?
I'm not sure if you were here or not. I was on with Chaplain Denny.
Oh, okay. So this is old hat to you also. You're like a radio pro now, right?
Not so much. Not so much.
He's getting there, huh?
Yes. So we've got Deputy Harp on us. I don't know your first name because I always just call you by your last name.
It's Deputy Tim Harp.
Deputy Tim Harp. Do you go by Tim or Timothy?
Tim.
Tim. Okay, Tim. We have to remember that. Do not call him Timothy. So Timothy, how is your... I'm just kidding. So Deputy Harp, how long have you been with the Sheriff's Office?
I've been with the Sheriff's Office about 11 years.
And did you start off working in warrants, or were you...
I actually started off at the jail and transferred to the workhouse, and then from the workhouse went to the courts. And then from the courts, I went to the Civil Process Division, which is where I am at now.
Is this what you like the most out of all the jobs you've held?
I enjoy it. Yes, I would say the most out of everything I've done so far.
Because it puts you out in the public a lot more.
Yes, I'm in the office about 15 minutes a day, and then the rest of the time I'm out in the public.
And what time do you start your day? Because I know you guys start early in civil process.
We can start as early as 6 in the morning and work up until 9 at night if we need to.
Oh, wow.
That's
a long day.
That's when the law states we can basically work.
That is a long day. And I'm going to look it up during the commercial break, unless you know the number right off the top of your head. But the number of papers or civil process papers that you all process every year.
No, ma'am, I have no idea what that is.
Well, it's an astounding number. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have that number for you all. Actually, if you know what, can we do a call-in and a question? Because I have 2 tickets for a free meal over at...
Yeah, what's the number? I'll call.
What's the number for them to call?
645.
645?
6414.
6414. 645-6414. If you would like to guess the number of papers or civil processes that are served every year, whoever comes the closest will have a free chicken dinner for you. Be right back after these messages.
Ever lost or misplaced your debit card? Now, before that happens, download the Card Valet mobile app. With it, you can turn your F&M debit card on and off, establish when, where, and how it is used, and much more. And best of all, it's free. From F&M Bank, member FDIC.
Don't despair over that busted stove, broken dishwasher, or out-of-order dryer. Just pick up the phone and call Mr. Appliance. He offers flat rate pricing, meaning there aren't any hidden fees, and he promises an always quick response with same or next day appointments. Mr. Appliance also gives you a complimentary 1-year parts and labor warranty on every household repair. You can book an appointment anytime by calling 931-503-7070 or by going online to mrappliance.com/Clarksville.
Made-to-order, never-frozen Midwest beef served on a toasted buttery bun is just the beginning at Culver's of Clarksville. The experience crescendos into fresh homemade custard that you can customize into delectable treats like sundaes, banana splits, or one of their signature concrete mixers. You'll be treated like family and fed like royalty at Culver's of Clarksville, near Exit 4 just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard at 140 Southampton Place. Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to Delicious.
It's the Black Friday sales event at Matthews Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Clarksville. Get up to $750 on months-in bonus cash now on select models. It's the final days to save thousands on a new Ram 1500, 2500, or 3500 at GaryMatthewsMotors.com. Get 0% APR financing for 72 months with approved credit, plus $1,000 on new Ram, new Cherokee, new Charger, and new Pacifica. New Cherokee or new Compass, $18,990. New Renegade, $15,900. Or $5,000 off the MSRP on a new Pacifica. Named a Reader's Digest Best Buy. Need cash? We'll buy your car. Military, get an extra $500 and pay no tax. Buy with confidence, because Gary Matthews won the best place to buy a car at the Best of Clarksville Awards. Hurry to Gary Matthews Motors, serving you for over 40 years. Stock number 422111, all prices plus tax, time, and license. 2 or more at this price. $657 processing fee included. Dealer to retain rebates. Military offer restricted to full-time personnel stationed at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, or Tennessee-based military facilities. Ends 12/4/17.
back to Behind the Badge. Oh, the wonders of being on air and live
Yes.
radio is that family members can text you.
That's right.
So what are you supposed to do per your text that you received from your wife?
I got to make sure I keep her happy too.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's probably like top of priority
Yeah,
list
that's,
there.
That's why I'm still here, to keep her happy.
She's a real sweetheart. Thank
Yes,
you
she
for
is.
letting him come work with us, and he is a really good man. So we really appreciate his service. So
Yes.
it's Lori, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you, Lori.
that's
We'll
her.
see you. That's her.
Yes.
Is she? When's the next marathon that she's running? Because I know she's a runner.
Probably April in Nashville.
The music is it called the Music
think
City, or is
so.
it they renamed it,
It's
or
one of them.
they rebrand things all the time?
She's working on going to do the full marathon
Oh,
this
wow.
year.
Yeah,
So,
no, not
takes
for
a lot
me.
of training. Me either.
No, but you're there on the sidelines supporting,
Oh,
right?
yes, I am there.
Absolutely.
I may get a nap in between start and finish, but, So, but she said there's 2 in April.
Oh, well, best wishes to you, Lori, on your running.
Yes.
Very much so. So we've got a little contest going. If you can guess the number of civil process warrants that are served every year, and it's a pretty high number. We're just going to say it's in the thousands. So if you have that, just want to take a guess, a stab in the dark, please feel free to give us a call. What's the number again, John?
645.
645.
6414.
6414. I need to write that down on
I
the
wrote it
new
down.
call letters right here, right underneath.
Yes.
Today's guest, we have Deputy Harp, and when we went to break, you were telling us that you started 11 years ago. You've kind of worn several hats here at the Sheriff's Office. What is your typical day like now that you are working in civil process?
I normally start my day, checking, going into the office or out on the road, checking my phone calls, see if I have any messages from the previous day. And I try to call those people first and maybe set up appointments and meetings with those people to get that paperwork dropped off. And from there, I will go on to getting my normal route taken care of for that day, what I've ever chosen to do that day.
So, for people that don't know, because we know what you do, but what exactly are you doing? What is civil process?
What we do is we execute any legal order from the courthouse. It will come to our office, it gets received in, it gets stamped, and it will go on the computer, and then it will be distributed to one of the 5 people that are in the Civil Process Division. And from there, we'll take it out and try to attempt this legal service to whoever is listed on the paperwork.
Give us some example of what type of processes or warrants or paperwork you're serving.
We do child support paperwork if somebody's being summoned to court for child support. If they're a witness in any sort of criminal case, we may get summonses for that. If your children are truant, we do get summons for the parents to go to court on that end. If somebody's suing somebody via if they're not paying their bills or whatever, we'll get that lawsuit as well. And also, if you have any car wrecks or legal disputes, basically in any manner, any sort of legal dispute.
So basically, it sounds like anything outside of an arrest warrant where someone is coming to arrest you for, let's say, aggravated assault or burglary or theft or homicide, anything along those lines. All the other type of court documents, processes, you guys take care of serving that out.
Yes, absolutely. And also, in addition to that, if any of those have criminal offenses as well, they may be attached to that, and we may also take those people into custody as well.
Okay.
So we will arrest people if need be.
Okay. So divorce decrees or divorce?
Absolutely.
Okay,
We will do divorce paperwork and that nature.
That's the most common thing, that in divorce and the child support. So those are all processes that y'all serve to the public.
Absolutely.
And how many do you do a day, would you say, on average?
Normally, I attempt about 30 or so, and about 19, 20 is about normal.
Okay.
About 80%, 75, 80%.
Oh, that's still an
Yes,
amazing
sir.
number. Amazing number.
So now if people think of that and multiply that by 5 and then add that all together, they
Yeah.
might get something close to what the number is.
Exactly. So about 20 a day, multiplied by 5, multiplied by the number of work days in a year. So
Yes.
just as a little hint there, dropping hints
Right,
everywhere.
and that would be, the phone number is 645-6414.
Thank you. I had a question for you, but it actually slipped
Uh-oh.
my mind because you
So-
had me laughing.
We know that you do the civil process and all, but what other, like specialty teams within the sheriff's office that you are a part of?
I'm also on the bomb squad. I've been on the bomb squad for about 6, 7 years, something like that, which I really do enjoy that. We serve Montgomery County and also the surrounding counties. And we're training about 16 hours a month roughly for that normally, plus we may have additional training we go to whether it be Nashville or Alabama, or there's numerous places I've been to Las Vegas doing some training out there, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, I'm sure that was a tough time.
Yes, it was brutal out there, I assure you. We've also, I go, everywhere around Middle Tennessee basically and do a lot of training that way. Nashville numerous times.
Right. And, it's the 6 counties that touch us in Tennessee that that the Homeland Security District, serves, and that's kind of the area. So, you get a few calls, because with it being military around here, people bring stuff home sometimes.
We find that a lot of stuff has actually walked off Fort Campbell and ended up at people's attics and their houses and things of that nature, and we'll actually go out there and take care of all that if we need to.
Right. So, it's not like it's once a year thing. It's be several events.
We're usually out 2 or 3 times a month would be a normal for us, but it doesn't go to the newspaper any of that very much unless it's a highly visible location, we'll say.
How do you just forget about a grenade laying around? I don't understand that.
If somebody's grandfather or something has maybe brought it home and left it in the attic and then they've passed away, and then they're cleaning out the attic and then they find it, so you've got a little bit of a situation there.
A little bit of a situation, just a slight situation. What do you guys do when you go out on scene, when you go to a bomb scene?
The first thing we're going to do is basically set up a perimeter and make sure there's nothing else around other than what we know is there. That's going to be our first step. And then we'll kind of address each situation's basically different. Normally, we're going to go down and look at it and see what it is in a bomb suit or on the with the robot. We prefer, obviously, the robot because we can stay basically up to 1.5 miles away from whatever we're looking at.
That's a pretty long distance.
Yeah, it's a 1.5 mile line of sight. If you've got steel buildings or concrete buildings, the terrain, it dictates a lot of how far we can look with it.
Okay.
Or how far we can send the robot in.
And then tell us what the robot does.
The robot, it's got shotguns on it. It's got 4 cameras that can take very good pictures. We can read a license plate up to about a football field away. It's got different capabilities I can't really discuss because a lot of it's kind of classified.
Okay.
We can take X-rays with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So it's very neat.
So that's what you guys utilize. You don't actually, if you can avoid it, you don't go to the actual scene where that item is that you're looking at investigating.
Yes, that's correct. That's kind of a last resort kind of thing.
Okay.
We train to do that, but we prefer not to for obvious reasons.
And we have several robots, don't we?
We actually have 2 robots in the county. We've got a big one, which is it's our biggest robot that we utilize very frequently. And then we have a smaller robot that's a little bit quicker, but it's not as agile, or it's more agile, but it doesn't have as much functionality as the other one does.
I think you were mentioning, Sergeant Brown, that your bomb squad services how many counties?
7 counties.
7 counties. So you're the only bomb squad in 7 counties.
Correct. But we also do get support from like THP because they're, of course, statewide, and the FBI as well. They've got robots as well. So if it's a major incident, we can call them and they will graciously assist us.
Okay. So 7 counties, though, that's a lot.
Absolutely.
It's awesome that the Sheriff's Office can provide that service here in Montgomery County.
Right.
So, and I have to ask about the funny suits because I absolutely adore those suits at Shaw. When you do have to go to the ordnance, is that what it's called, and look at it, you get to wear a nice little outfit. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. That outfit, as you refer to it, it's a bomb suit. It weighs about 60 pounds, and they cost about $60,000. And the helmet is about 20 pounds roughly. It's got headlights on it, Lexan, and all that good stuff. The helmet itself is $6,000 to $8,000.
I did not know that it cost that much.
They are very heavy, so we try to limit our suit time, we'll call it. Normally, we can stay in about 20 minutes, and then you start getting fatigued very badly for obvious reasons because you're carrying around that extra weight and then also having to do a actual task because you're not just walking around. You're physically going to be doing something when you have that on.
Oh, my goodness. It looks like, the first time I saw it, it looked like you were an astronaut or you're a moon man in that suit because it's all monochrome colored, monochromatic, however you want to say that word. And it's just very interesting. The helmet's very interesting. I did not realize that it cost that much.
Yes. Everything that's EOD or bomb related is very expensive.
Well, I'm glad we've got you guys here. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about one of the other hats that you wear at the Sheriff's Office on the ESU team. We'll be right back after these messages.
You got that new home edition protection and you're keeping it covered.
Brad, I can help with coverages. Man-to-man coverage, zone coverage, combo coverage.
I don't know, Peyton. I was thinking the types of coverages that your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, like home, auto, business, life, farm, boat, your tour bus.
Products availability varies by state, agent, and other factors. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your mini sides, there's Nationwide. Call Clarksville agent Carter Briggs today at 931-906-5100.
Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. It's your car, it's your voice. Jackson's Body Shop, the best choice. Dents, dings, major body repair. A free loaner car, 'cause we really care. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Jackson's Body Shop, downtown. Call 647-6989 or Jackson's.
Hey, are you stressed out about a receding hairline or tired of daily watching handfuls of hair float down the drain? You can eliminate hair loss and grow brand new hair with the all-new Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Over-the-counter shampoos are damaging your scalp and causing hair loss with harsh detergents. Vermax offers natural, botanically based solutions to clean your scalp, prevent hair loss, open up pores, and reestablish hair follicles. Don't be bald. Call Vermax today at 888-601-7864 to get that lush, healthy head of hair that you've always wanted. Eliminate hair loss with Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Call 888-601-7864 right now.
Ever lost or misplaced your debit card? Now, before that happens, download the Card Valet mobile app. With it, you can turn your F&M debit card on and off, establish when, where, and how it is used, and much more. And best of all, it's free from F&M Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Behind the Badge. I love all the music you play because you change it up every week. I like it. Thank you for that.
Miami Vice now.
Yeah, exactly. Our guest today is Deputy Harp. We first talked about the civil process work that you do, also the bomb squad work that you do, and now we're going to talk about ESU. Tell us what ESU stands for.
The ESU is an encompassing...
Oh, wait. We got a phone call coming in. I have a contest going.
Maybe that's
There might be a potential
the
winner.
first person.
Yes, it is.
Call in.
Do we have a winner?
There.
He's whispering.
He's whispering.
He's going to put him on the air.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there he is.
Thank you, caller. Who is this?
This is Chris.
Hi, Chris. How are you doing today?
Doing good.
Good. So do you have an answer for us on our contest? We were talking to Deputy Harp, and he works in civil process. So the question is, how many civil processes are served on an annual basis at the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office? Just
40K?
checking. How many?
40K.
40,000. Close enough. What's the actual number, Sergeant Brown?
Well, they received 23,000. They attempted 35,000 last year. So, that could, that was 35,000 attempts. That's pretty close to 40,000. That is pretty good.
So you received 23,000 civil processes, and so that means that you actually went out there and tried to serve them numerous times, not if you didn't reach them at home.
Yes, normally we've got to go out there usually at least 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Because a lot of people won't be home on our first attempt, and then we may call and set up an appointment for the second attempt. So that's technically we've been out there twice to their residence or wherever.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that. All right, Chris, you are the winner of 2 chicken dinners from Church's Chicken. They will be at the radio station if you would like to pick them up. WVWB 1400 on Martin Street. What's the address on Martin Street? 925 Martin Street. Thank you, John. What would we do without you? You're our lifesaver.
Yes, he is.
All right, so thank you again. So back to ESU. Tell us a little bit about what that stands for and what you all do.
The ESU is it's all-encompassing of all the extra sheriff's office services we have. The negotiation team, the bomb squad's on there, the canines are on there, also the tactical team.
That's a lot.
That's yes, we all kind of work together.
Okay, and so so you're actually on the bomb squad portion of ESU.
I'm on the bomb squad portion of ESU, and I'm also on the TAC team of the ESU.
And what exactly does the TAC? Is that like the SWAT team? Is that similar?
It's a little bit modified SWAT team, but we are on the tactical team. I'm an entry team member, and also I do drive the vehicles as well.
Nice. So he's
Yeah.
going to be the one that just, never mind.
He's the one in that Hummer, driving up or whatever.
What's the name? Bubba? Is that the name for
Bubba 1.
Bubba
Bubba 1,
Do we
yes.
have a Bubba 2? Is that why it's called 1?
No, we do not.
Just
Not
a
yet.
Bubba 1. Okay. Keep our fingers
We
crossed
just
for
got a
Bubba
Bubba.
2. We just got a Bubba. All
That's right.
So what are some things that y'all do when you, I don't want to say rehearse, that's not the right word, when you practice, train on the TAC team?
We actually do rehearse occasionally. That is, we would get a layout of a house we were going to, so we would know what it would look like inside. Therefore, we would lay it out on the ground and kind of rehearse where people are going to go and what they do and how we approach the said residents.
Oh.
And doing
So that was the right term, Sergeant Brown.
It was.
There you go.
Absolutely. And we do training not just at houses. We may go out and look for children or, anything that somebody needs help with, we'll go assist them.
I didn't even think about that because I always think of like a crisis situation
Right.
where you need a negotiator to come in or you've got to serve a search warrant, you've got to clear a house, stuff like that. But even on a smaller scale, like when you're looking for a lost child, you guys are out there working.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And that's where that new public safety training complex is going to come into hand also when it gets going more so is, getting out there and training for searching in the woods for people, whether it be a lost child or a suspect or something. The new public safety training complex, that'll be a part of it is, like searching woods, along with other training aspects that we're going to do out there also.
And how often do y'all train on the TAC team?
TAC team, it's 8 hours a month normally, and we also have additional training that we may have to go throughout the months and throughout the year as well. So
That adds up after a while.
yes, absolutely.
And never be over-prepared.
No, not
Never,
at all.
ever be over-prepared.
Right. You can never have enough training in this profession
Mm-hmm.
because, you have to deal with so much stuff. The more training you have, the better prepared you'll be for what might come up.
And I'm sure it's probably like other professions where the tactics you use change over time. So you have new equipment, new ideologies. So you've always got to train on the latest information and be up to date on that.
Yes, absolutely. We've changed our tactics a few different ways, but I'm not going to get into the exacts of the particulars of all that. But we have changed it up a little bit, so we don't do things like we used to do, but we're doing things for the better because we're getting more information now on what actually works better and is safer for us, which that's what we worry about at the end of the day is us being safe, the suspects being safe, or whoever we're going for is safe at the end of the day.
Okay, wonderful. So I don't know, we got a few minutes left over, and thank you for being the guest on our show. We really appreciate it. This Saturday, we've got a couple of things going on with the reserves are actually coming out to Cash Express on Riverside Drive, and they're sponsoring what we call Stuff the Cop Car, where we put toys in it. And the reserves are going to be out there. What are they going to be doing?
We're doing child ID fingerprinting. We have a computer system that we do that with. None of the data is stored on our computers. It's all, they do the fingerprints, they print it out. The parent takes that paperwork with them. It has a picture of the child, their fingerprints. They take it with them. Once we're done with it, none of that information is stored on our system because, people like, well, I don't want to give the government my fingerprints. But this is for child IDs. If something happens to your child, you have this paperwork that says, here's a picture of my child, here's the fingerprints. You can turn that over later to law enforcement or whoever searching for the child, and they have something to match ID with. So we don't keep it on file because we just don't want to have all that information, and people don't want to just give it.
And it's not any cost, correct?
That's correct.
It's absolutely free to parents. So if you would like to stop by Cash Express this Saturday, from 11 to 1, drop off a toy. It's going to go to a local charity. All the toys they're collecting are going to go to a local charity for the holidays. And while you are there, if you would like to bring your child to get fingerprinted, it's at absolutely no cost to you. You'll get a couple of pieces of paper, actually. One that you keep in your wallet. You get 2 of those, and then you have another piece of paper that you could keep at home in a safe or in a file. So it'll be available for you this Saturday from 11 to 1. Anything you want to add before we wrap up the show?
I just wish everybody a safe and Merry Christmas.
Wonderful. Well, happy holidays, and we will see you all next week. Thank you for listening to Behind the Badge.